most dangerous lie ever whispered in human ears wasn't spoken by a deceiver. It was spoken by well-meaning voices, caring voices, voices that wanted to protect us from pain and disappointment. The lie: there must be an easier way. Those 7 simple words have destroyed more dreams, squandered more potential, and derailed more destinies than any other phrase in human history. We've all heard it, haven't we? That seductive whisper promising shortcuts to success, quick fixes to complex problems, and overnight solutions to challenges that took others years to overcome. But here's the truth that your heart already knows, even if your mind tries to deny it. Hard work isn't just the best path to success, it's the only path that leads to lasting fulfillment. Everything else is an illusion, a mirage that disappears the moment you reach for it. The last time you achieved something that truly mattered to you, something that made your chest swell with pride, that brought tears of joy to your eyes, was it easy? Did it come through a shortcut? Or was it born from countless hours of effort, from pushing through when others would have quit, from getting up one more time when staying down seemed like the easier choice? We're living in a world that's addicted to shortcuts. We want overnight success, instant gratification, and immediate results. We scroll through carefully curated highlights of others' lives and wonder why our journey seems so much harder. But what we're seeing isn't the whole story. It's just the final chapter of a book filled with struggle, doubt, and perseverance. Let me share something with you about the nature of hard work that few people understand. Hard work isn't just about the physical effort you put in. It's not just about the hours you clock or the sweat on your brow. True hard work is a form of self-respect. It's a declaration to the universe that you believe you're worthy of success. It's a statement that you respect your dreams enough to give them your very best effort. When you choose the path of hard work, something miraculous happens. You begin to change from the inside out. Every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, every moment of doubt you push through, they all become building blocks of your character. You're not just working toward a goal, you're working on becoming the person capable of achieving that goal. A master craftsman carefully shaping a piece of wood. Each stroke of the chisel, each careful consideration of the grain, each moment spent in focused attention, that's not just work, that's transformation. The wood becomes something beautiful, yes, but the craftsman also becomes something more in the process. That's what hard work does to us. It shapes us, molds us, transforms us. But here's what they don't tell you about shortcuts. They rob you of the very thing you're seeking. When you take a shortcut, you might reach your destination faster, but you arrive as the same person who started the journey. And that person, the one who hasn't been transformed by the challenge of the journey, often isn't capable of handling the success they've achieved. That's why we see so many overnight successes crumble under the weight of their achievements. They have the trappings of success, but lack the foundation that hard work builds. It's like trying to build a skyscraper without first laying a proper foundation. It might stand for a while, but eventually it will fall. Have you ever noticed how the people who achieve lasting success often talk more about the journey than the destination? They speak with fondness about the challenges they faced, the obstacles they overcame, the lessons they learned along the way. That's because they understand a fundamental truth. The real reward of hard work isn't just the achievement. It's who you become in the process. Consider the simple act of learning to walk. Every child goes through this fundamental challenge. They fall countless times. They get bruised, they cry, they get frustrated. But they keep getting up. No parent would ever tell their child, "Don't worry, we'll find an easier way." We instinctively know that the struggle is essential to the development of not just walking skills, but confidence, resilience, and determination. Yet somewhere along the way, we lose this wisdom. We start looking for shortcuts. We begin to believe that struggle is something to be avoided rather than embraced. We forget that our capacity for growth is directly proportional to our willingness to embrace difficulty. The truth is, hard work is nature's built-in development program for human potential. When you embrace it fully, you tap into something profound, a power that has been part of the human experience since the beginning of time. It's the force that built civilizations, that crossed oceans, that reached for the stars. Every significant human achievement, every breakthrough, every moment of progress has come through sustained, dedicated effort. The Great Pyramids weren't built by people looking for shortcuts. The great works of art weren't created by those seeking the easy path. The most profound scientific discoveries didn't come to those unwilling to spend years in patient, persistent study. What makes you think your dream deserves any less? Your dream, whatever it may be, is worthy of your best effort. It deserves your sweat, your tears, your endless hours of practice. It deserves your frustration, your setbacks, your moments of doubt, because these are the things that will make your eventual success meaningful. That goal you've been pursuing, that dream you've been nurturing. Are you giving it everything you have? Or are you still looking for a shortcut? Are you willing to pay the full price of success? Or are you trying to bargain your way to greatness? The answer to these questions will determine not just whether you achieve your goals, but who you become in the process. Because here's the ultimate truth about hard work. It's not just about what you get, it's about who you become. Let me tell you about two gardens. One was planted by someone seeking immediate results. They bought fully grown plants, installed an automatic watering system, and hired others to maintain it. The second was planted by someone who started with seeds, who spent time understanding the soil, who got their hands dirty every day, who learned through trial and error, who experienced the heartbreak of failed crops and the joy of successful harvests. Both gardens might look beautiful to a passing stranger, but only one gardener was transformed by the experience. Only one gained the wisdom that comes from intimate knowledge of every inch of soil, every change of season, every challenge overcome. Only one developed the capacity to create not just one garden, but 1,000 gardens. This is the hidden power of hard work. It gives you something far more valuable than just the immediate result. It gives you the ability to recreate your success again and again because you understand it from the inside out. You own it in a way that no shortcut could ever provide. Hard work is like compound interest for your character. Every effort you make, every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, they don't just add to your capabilities, they multiply them. Each difficult choice makes the next difficult choice a little easier. Each moment of perseverance builds not just your strength, but your capacity for strength. But there's something else about hard work that we rarely discuss. It's not just about the physical or mental effort. It's about the courage to be patient in a world obsessed with speed. It's about the wisdom to value depth over shortcuts. It's about the strength to choose what's meaningful over what's easy. When you truly embrace hard work, you begin to see something that others miss. You realize that the struggle isn't something to be avoided. It's the source of your power. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity. Every setback becomes a setup for a comeback. Every moment of doubt becomes a chance to prove your commitment to your dreams. Consider the simple act of reading a book. You could skim through it quickly, getting the basic outline, the main points, the surface-level understanding. Or you could read it deeply, thoughtfully, wrestling with each idea, connecting it to your own experience, letting it challenge your assumptions and expand your understanding. Both approaches might let you say you've read the book, but only one transforms you through the reading. This is the fundamental difference between taking shortcuts and embracing hard work. Shortcuts give you the appearance of progress, but hard work gives you the substance of growth. Shortcuts let you check boxes, but hard work lets you change your very nature. The people you most admire, the ones who've achieved things that truly inspire you. If you could see behind the curtain of their success, what would you find? Would you find someone who took the easy path, who looked for shortcuts, who tried to cheat the process? Or would you find someone who embraced the challenge, who did the work when no one was watching, who kept going when others would have quit? We all know the answer. Excellence isn't born from shortcuts. Character isn't built through easy paths. Lasting success isn't achieved by avoiding challenges. These things come only through sustained, dedicated effort, through hard work. But here's what makes this truth so powerful. Hard work is available to everyone. It doesn't require special talents or circumstances. It doesn't depend on where you were born or who your parents are. It asks only one thing. Are you willing to do what others won't, to achieve what others can't? This is why hard work is the great equalizer. It doesn't care about your background, your circumstances, or your limitations. It cares only about your willingness to persist, to learn, to grow, to push beyond your comfort zone again and again and again. When you embrace hard work, something remarkable happens to your relationship with fear. You stop being afraid of challenges because you know that each challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. You stop being afraid of failure because you know that each failure is a lesson that makes you wiser. You stop being afraid of the journey because you know that the journey itself is the reward. Learning a musical instrument. In the beginning, every note is a struggle. Your fingers don't cooperate. The rhythms elude you. The sound you produce bears little resemblance to the music you hear in your head. It would be easy to quit. Easy to say, maybe I'm just not musical. Easy to look for a shortcut, but if you persist, if you put in the hours of practice, if you embrace the struggle, something magical happens. The music begins to flow through you. Your fingers find their way without conscious thought. The rhythms become as natural as breathing. You become not just someone who can play music, but a musician. This transformation from someone who struggles with an instrument to someone who makes music doesn't happen through shortcuts. It happens through thousands of hours of practice, through countless moments of frustration overcome, through persistent, dedicated effort. The same principle applies to every worthwhile endeavor in life. Whether you're building a business, developing a skill, strengthening a relationship, or pursuing any other worthy goal, the path to lasting success is always the same. Embracing the work, accepting the challenge, persisting through difficulties. But here's the beautiful paradox. When you truly embrace hard work, when you stop looking for shortcuts and start embracing the journey, something surprising happens. The work itself becomes rewarding. The challenge becomes energizing. The struggle becomes meaningful. This is because hard work aligns you with a fundamental truth of human nature. We are built to grow through challenge. We are designed to develop through difficulty. We are meant to become more through facing and overcoming obstacles. When you embrace this truth, when you stop fighting against the natural process of growth and start working with it, you tap into a source of power that most people never discover. You find that the very things you once tried to avoid, the difficulties, the challenges, the moments of struggle, are actually the source of your greatest achievements and your deepest satisfaction. There's a story about a young apprentice who approached a master craftsman, asking to learn the secret of his craft. The master agreed to teach him, but with one condition. The apprentice must dedicate himself completely to the work, no matter how mundane it seemed. For months, the master had the apprentice do nothing but sweep the workshop floor, organize tools, and prepare materials. The apprentice grew frustrated, believing he wasn't learning anything about the craft itself. One day, as the master worked on a particularly challenging piece, he asked the apprentice to hand him a specific tool. Without thinking, without even looking, the apprentice reached out and selected exactly the right tool from dozens of options. In that moment, the apprentice realized something profound. All those months of seemingly mundane work had taught him invaluable lessons about the tools of the trade, the properties of different materials, and the flow of the work itself. This is the hidden wisdom of hard work that so many people miss. Every moment of effort, every repetition, every seemingly mundane task is building something within you. It's creating patterns of excellence, developing intuition, building capacity that you don't even realize you're gaining until you need it. The way a pearl is formed. A grain of sand enters an oyster's shell, an irritant, a challenge, a problem to be solved. The oyster's response to this disruption is to begin a process of transformation, slowly, steadily, layer by layer, turning that irritant into something of beauty and value. This isn't a process that can be rushed. There are no shortcuts. Each layer must be added in its own time, through a consistent, persistent response to the challenge. This is exactly how hard work transforms us. Each challenge we face, each obstacle we overcome, each moment of effort we invest, these are like the layers of nacre that the oyster applies to the grain of sand. Slowly, steadily, through consistent effort, we transform our challenges into something valuable, and in the process, we ourselves are transformed. But there's something else about hard work that we need to understand. It's not just about the physical effort or the time invested. It's about the quality of attention we bring to our work. It's about the intention behind our efforts. It's about the standards we set for ourselves when no one else is watching. Consider two people performing the same task. One is simply going through the motions, doing the minimum required, constantly looking at the clock, waiting for the work to be over. The other is fully engaged, seeking to understand the work deeply, looking for ways to improve, treating each moment as an opportunity to learn and grow. Both might be putting in the same hours, but only one is truly doing the hard work that leads to mastery. This is why mere busyness is not the same as productive hard work. True hard work has a quality of presence to it. It's about bringing your full attention, your full capability, your full commitment to each moment. It's about maintaining high standards even when no one would know if you cut corners. It's about doing the right thing the right way for the right reasons. When you approach work with this level of commitment, something remarkable happens. The work begins to teach you things you couldn't have learned any other way. You start to see patterns that were invisible before. You develop intuitions that can't be taught in any classroom. You build capabilities that can't be gained through any shortcut. Learning to swim. You can read books about swimming techniques, watch videos of expert swimmers, listen to lectures about hydrodynamics, but none of that can replace the actual experience of getting in the water. It's only through the direct experience, through the actual work of learning to move through the water, that you develop the feel for swimming. This kind of embodied knowledge, this deep understanding, can only come through doing the work. This is true in every field, in every endeavor. There are certain things you can only learn by doing. There are certain capabilities you can only develop through direct experience. There are certain insights that can only come through putting in the work. But here's what makes this truth so empowering. The work itself becomes your teacher. Every challenge you face, every problem you solve, every obstacle you overcome, these become lessons that build your capability, your understanding, your capacity for future achievement. The difference between someone who has memorized a set of rules and someone who has developed true understanding through experience. The person who memorized the rules can only apply them in situations they've seen before. But the person who has developed understanding through experience can adapt, can innovate, can solve new problems they've never encountered before. This is the real value of hard work. It doesn't just help you achieve your immediate goals. It builds your capacity to achieve things you haven't even dreamed of yet. It develops capabilities that will serve you in ways you couldn't have anticipated. When you truly embrace hard work, you begin to understand that the obstacle is the way. The challenge isn't something standing between you and your goal. It is the very thing that will make achieving that goal meaningful. The difficulty isn't something to be avoided. It's the source of your future strength. This understanding changes everything. It changes how you view challenges. They become opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to be avoided. It changes how you view failure. It becomes feedback rather than defeat. It changes how you view time. The hours spent in focused effort become investments rather than costs. But perhaps most importantly, it changes how you view yourself. You begin to understand that you are not just what you have achieved, but what you are becoming through your efforts. You begin to trust in your capacity to grow, to learn, to develop through dedicated effort. This is why hard work is the ultimate act of self-respect. When you choose to do the work, to face the challenges, to persist through difficulties, you are making a profound statement about your own value. You are saying that your dreams are worth the effort, that your potential is worth developing, that your future self is worth investing in. Consider the difference between taking a shortcut and doing the work properly. The shortcut might save you time in the moment, might give you a temporary advantage, might let you reach a goal more quickly. But what does it cost you? What learning opportunities do you miss? What capabilities do you fail to develop? What strength do you fail to build? The hard work, on the other hand, might take longer, might be more challenging, might require more from you in the moment. But what does it give you? What capabilities does it develop? What understanding does it build? What strength does it create? When you look at it this way, you begin to see that hard work isn't just the path to achievement, it's the path to becoming. It's not just about what you get, It's about who you become. And who you become through your efforts is far more valuable than any shortcut could ever provide. Have you ever watched a master at work? Not just someone who's good at their job, but a true master of their craft. There's something almost magical about it. They make the difficult look easy. They handle complex challenges with a kind of effortless grace. They see solutions where others see only problems. They achieve results that seem almost impossible to those less skilled. But here's what most people miss when they observe such mastery. What looks like magic is actually the result of thousands of hours of dedicated practice. What appears effortless is the product of countless repetitions. What seems like natural talent is actually hard-won skill developed through years of consistent, persistent effort. This is the great paradox of mastery through hard work. The more you put into it, the easier it becomes. The more effort you invest in developing your skills, the more effortless their application appears. The harder you work at something, the more natural it feels. The simple act of writing by hand. Remember when you first learned to write? Every letter was a struggle. Holding the pencil felt awkward. Forming the shapes required intense concentration. But now you can write without even thinking about the physical act of writing. Your hand knows what to do. The movements have become natural, automatic, effortless. But this effortlessness didn't come through shortcuts. It came through practice, through repetition, through the willingness to keep trying when the results weren't perfect, through the patience to keep working when progress seemed slow. This same principle applies to every skill, every capability, every area of expertise. The ease of mastery comes through the difficulty of practice. The freedom of expertise comes through the discipline of training. The power of skill comes through the persistence of effort. When you understand this, you begin to see hard work differently. It's not just something you have to endure to reach your goals. It's the very process through which you become capable of achieving those goals. It's not just the path to success, it's the path to becoming someone worthy of success. Consider the difference between someone who's been given something and someone who's earned it through their own efforts. The person who's been given something might have the thing itself, but they don't have the strength, the skill, the capability that comes from earning it. They have the result, but not the growth. They have the achievement, but not the development. This is why shortcuts are so dangerous. They rob you of the very process that would make you capable of handling success. They give you the destination without the journey, the result without the growth, the achievement without the development. But when you embrace hard work, when you commit to the process of earning your success through dedicated effort, you gain something far more valuable than just the immediate result. You gain capability. You gain understanding. You gain strength. You gain the power to recreate your success again and again. Learning a new language. You could try to take shortcuts, memorizing a few key phrases using translation apps, avoiding situations where you need to speak the language. Or you could do the hard work, studying grammar, practicing pronunciation, immersing yourself in conversations with native speakers, making mistakes and learning from them. The person who takes shortcuts might be able to get by in simple situations. But the person who does the hard work develops true fluency. They don't just know the language, they understand it. They don't just speak it, they think in it. They don't just use it, they live it. This is the difference that hard work makes. It doesn't just give you skills, it gives you understanding. It doesn't just give you knowledge, it gives you wisdom. It doesn't just give you abilities, it gives you mastery. But there's something else about hard work that we need to understand. It's not just about the individual effort. It's about the commitment to excellence that underlies that effort. It's about the standards you set for yourself. It's about the quality of attention you bring to your work. When you commit to hard work, you're not just committing to putting in time and effort. You're committing to a standard of excellence. You're committing to doing things right, not just doing them. You're committing to understanding deeply, not just knowing superficially. You're committing to mastery, not just competence. This commitment to excellence through hard work changes everything. It changes how you approach challenges. They become opportunities to demonstrate your commitment rather than obstacles to be avoided. It changes how you view mistakes. They become lessons to be learned rather than failures to be feared. It changes how you see yourself. You become someone who is willing to do what others won't, to achieve what others can't. Any significant achievement in human history, behind every breakthrough, every innovation, every advancement, you'll find people who were willing to do the hard work. People who were willing to persist when others would have given up. People who were willing to keep trying when others would have quit. These people didn't achieve what they did because they were born with more talent, or because they were lucky, or because they found some magical shortcut. They achieved what they did because they were willing to do the work. They were willing to put in the hours, face the challenges, overcome the obstacles, and persist through the difficulties. This is the truth about hard work that we all need to understand. It's not just about achieving goals. It's about becoming someone capable of achieving those goals. It's not just about getting what you want. It's about becoming someone worthy of what you want. When you embrace this truth, when you commit to the path of hard work, something remarkable happens. The work itself becomes rewarding. The challenge becomes energizing. The difficulty becomes meaningful. Because you understand that through the work, through the challenge, through the difficulty, you are becoming more than you were before. This is why hard work is the real shortcut. Because it's the only path that develops both the achievement and the achiever. It's the only path that builds both the success and the person capable of sustaining that success. It's the only path that creates both the result and the capacity to recreate that result again and again. Your own goals, your own dreams, your own aspirations. Are you willing to do the work required to achieve them? Are you willing to face the challenges, overcome the obstacles, persist through the difficulties? Are you willing to become the person capable of achieving those goals through dedicated, persistent effort? The answer to these questions will determine not just what you achieve, but who you become in the process. Because the ultimate value of hard work isn't just in what it helps you achieve, it's in who it helps you become. We stand at a crossroads every single day of our lives. Every morning when we wake up, every time we face a challenge, every moment we encounter resistance, we make a choice. We can choose the path of least resistance, the shortcut, the easy way out, or we can choose the path of growth, of development, of hard work. This choice might seem small in any given moment. What's the harm in taking it easy just this once? What's the cost of choosing the easier path today? But these choices compound, they accumulate, they build upon each other until they create not just our results, but our character. They shape not just our achievements, but our very identity. Water flowing over rock. In any given moment, the impact seems negligible. You can't see the rock being shaped, being carved, being transformed. But over time, with persistent action, water can carve through solid stone, create deep canyons, shape entire landscapes. This is how hard work shapes us. Each effort, each challenge faced, each obstacle overcome, they might seem small in the moment. But over time, through consistent action, they shape us into something more than we were before. They carve away our limitations, reveal our potential, transform our capabilities. But there's something even more profound about this process. When you choose the path of hard work, when you commit to the journey of growth through effort, you don't just change yourself, you change how you see the world. You begin to understand that everything worthwhile requires effort. You start to see challenges not as barriers, but as opportunities. You recognize that the struggle isn't something to be avoided. It's something to be embraced. This shift in perspective changes everything. When you truly understand that hard work is the real shortcut, you stop looking for easy answers. You stop hoping for lucky breaks. You stop waiting for someone else to solve your problems or handle your challenges. Instead, you get to work. You take action. You embrace the challenge of becoming more than you are today. Consider the simple act of lifting weights. When you first start, the weights feel heavy, the movements are awkward, the effort seems overwhelming. But with consistent practice, with dedicated effort, something remarkable happens. The weights don't get lighter, you get stronger. The movements don't become easier, you become more capable. The effort doesn't decrease, your capacity increases. This is the miracle of hard work. It doesn't make things easier. It makes you stronger. It doesn't remove the challenges. It increases your ability to handle them. It doesn't eliminate the need for effort. It expands your capacity for effort. And here's the most beautiful part. This growth, this development, this increase in capability, it's permanent. Once you've developed strength through consistent effort, it stays with you. Once you've built skill through dedicated practice, it becomes part of you. Once you've expanded your capacity through persistent work, it belongs to you. This is why hard work is the ultimate investment. Every effort you make, every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, they all add to your permanent capacity. They all contribute to who you are becoming. They all build your ability to achieve even more in the future. Moment right now, you're at a crossroads. You have dreams, goals, aspirations, things you want to achieve, person you want to become, impact you want to make. And you have a choice. You can look for shortcuts, for easy answers, for quick fixes. Or you can commit to the path of hard work, of growth through effort, of development through dedicated action. The path of shortcuts promises quick results, easy wins, immediate gratification. But it delivers temporary success at best, and often leads to long-term frustration. The path of hard work promises challenge, demands effort, requires patience, but it delivers lasting success, permanent growth, enduring capability. Which path will you choose? Remember, the choice isn't just about what you'll achieve. It's about who you'll become. The path of shortcuts might get you somewhere faster, but you'll arrive as the same person who started the journey. The path of hard work might take longer, might demand more, might challenge you more deeply, but you'll arrive as someone capable of not just achieving your goals, but of setting and achieving even greater goals. This is the ultimate truth about hard work. It's not just a path to success, it's a path to becoming. It's not just about what you get, it's about who you become. It's not just about achieving goals, it's about developing the capacity to achieve any goal you set for yourself. When you embrace this truth, when you commit to the path of hard work, something remarkable happens. The work itself becomes rewarding. The challenge becomes energizing. The effort becomes meaningful. Because you understand that through the work, through the challenge, through the effort, you are becoming more than you were before. This is your moment, your crossroads, your choice. Will you look for shortcuts, for easy answers, for quick fixes? Or will you commit to the path of hard work, of growth through effort, of development through dedicated action? Will you choose the path that promises quick results but delivers temporary success? Or will you choose the path that demands more but delivers lasting transformation? Will you settle for becoming someone who has achieved something? Or will you commit to becoming someone capable of achieving anything they set their mind to? The choice is yours. But remember, the path you choose won't just determine what you achieve. It will determine who you become. Choose wisely. Choose the path of hard work. Choose the path of growth. Choose the path of becoming, because in the end, hard work isn't just the best path to success. It's the only path to becoming someone worthy of that success. It's not just the best way to achieve your goals. It's the only way to become someone capable of setting and achieving even greater goals. The real shortcut, the only shortcut that matters, is the willingness to do the work that others won't, to face the challenges that others avoid, to persist when others quit. Because through that work, through those challenges, through that persistence, you become something more than you were before. You become someone capable of achieving not just your current goals, but any goal you set for yourself. You become someone who doesn't need shortcuts, because you have something better. You have the strength, the skill, the capability that comes only through dedicated effort. This is your path. This is your journey. This is your opportunity to become more than you are today. Embrace it, commit to it, live it. Because the greatest achievement isn't in reaching your destination. It's in becoming someone worthy of that destination through the power of hard work.